Hello Yodatech, Chef Yoda 4x4, and I'm going to be doing a bunch of things actually up front here. And I wanted to start right off the bat with just the basics. There's some good videos out there already, and actual blogs and such on Yodatech and 4x4 Wire, several websites that you can learn to do different steps depending on what you're doing. Some people have ADD front ends, which actually supply vacuum to the axle, and others, like myself, had auto-locking hubs, which are different than the ADD. And so long before I joined Yodatech or anything else, I grabbed some Warn Premium hubs. They've served me great. I know that there's problems people have with straight front axle trucks that I'm assuming that it's these tend to vibrate and back off, which can be catastrophic, obviously, if the hub comes loose on the trail. And in the meantime, over the last couple years, I've procured a bunch of parts, and one of them being a set of Aisin IFS manual locking hubs. So, just to start with, obviously, crack the lug nuts loose, jack up the front end, pop them on jack stands, and then pull the wheels off and get them out of your way. You don't have to in order just to do the hubs. In fact, I've read several threads where you don't even have to jack it up, but in order to remove the CVs, I want a little more room, and check a couple things out too before I remove them. The reason I'm changing the CVs is obvious. Okay, so I busted a boot, and the outer boot, and the outer boot on the other side as well, including this one, which when I finally took a closer look, revealed plenty of cracks and such. So they seem really soft and everything, but probably nowhere near as soft as the new OEM Toyota CV boot kit will seem to be. So I will be doing, as I just said, a CV reboot with OEM Toyota boots. So, okay. And one of the first things you want to do when you get this all off is inspect everything. Inspect your brakes. I've been having some waving. This rotor, at the eye appears to be great, and both the pads are wearing excellent. So, I'm just kind of baffled actually as to what's going on, and do I want to pull the rotors and have them turned, etc. So basically, I started to inspect a little bit, and one thing I noticed right away is this inner retaining clip right here has snapped away. So there's actually, I have a spare kit in my shed, and I will be, obviously having to remove some things to get those in. And they're basically like a warning spring that also helps keep those apart slightly when you're assembling everything, etc. So the rest of it looks okay, but like I said, you want to check everything out, make sure everything's in order, and obviously in this case they're not for me, so I'm going to need to pull those out anyway. I was thinking about maybe changing the pads, but why? I mean, they look in perfect condition, so I'll just brake clean everything down and start over. So that being said, you want to check everything out, and then with the Warn hubs, if you get a truck that has them on there, they are a 4mm Allen on the outer cover for these Allen bolts right here. Obviously, you can also see, I wanted to add that being a West Coast truck in LA, there's not a spot of rust on these. There might be inside, I'm hoping not, but I doubt it. They came with a good gasket and full gasket kit and all, and that's all installed, so I greased them properly and all that, and they've worked no problem up until now. So you can see. So now this is in two-wheel drive 4x2. So obviously I need to get the covers off. I need to pull the clutch and all that stuff out, which is similar in the Warn, but a little different here and there. And then I need to remove the actual body, hub body, so that I can get the CV clip out and pull my CVs out. Before I can do that, I have to loosen and remove all 6 of these bolts. So what you do is you basically crack the nuts loose. The nuts are on the outside. These are studs. Do not try to turn them. You'll damage or destroy them or round them off. In which case you can still get these out, get the nuts off and pound out the stud. I've read several threads that suggest the easiest way, since this is really tight and it makes it difficult to get these out, the easiest way is to remove the nuts, and when you're ready to try and pull it out and slide it out the back, once you've removed the C-clip and the freewheel hub, you bang a couple of these studs out once you get the nuts off. And to do that, you would put the nut on a couple turns and bang this out as far as you can. Use a brass drift if you can as well to just tap on it and just keep tapping it out until you get it out. Obviously in certain regions of the country it's going to be they're going to be a lot more frozen in there. I've removed these already in order to drop my diff and swap out new gears. So because on an IFS truck you have to remove the whole front subaxle all the way to from down to the tube, everything else, in order to get these out. So I've already done that, and so I know that these will break loose okay. And in order to do that, I'm going to stick a screwdriver in here, and probably at this angle, and as I turn the next one, this will also turn so that you can adjust it around wherever you need it. And as I stick the screwdriver in there, and I go to turn this free, the screwdriver will come around, hit the the A-arm pillar right here, and allow me to crack the nuts loose. Otherwise, you just need to have someone standing on the brake in order to remove these, and that helps a lot. But I don't have anyone here, so I'm going to be doing that. Once I get these removed, I'll get back here and do the rest of the video.